Hey everyone, Blade Ninja 009, and this is my 27th review on this channel, and that is of Sword Art Online Season 2, or SAO2 to be shorter. So SAO2 kind of falls into the same category as the first one, in that it does a few things right, but mostly does things wrong. Now, real fast, you'll know, like, I don't have it up on this thing, but for example, my phone has a wallpaper of Asuna and Kirito. I use a ringtone of Sword Art Online Season 1. And, I generally have all the books, at least the light novels for it, because I love Sword Art Online's light novels. I actually love the material and the way they cover in the books. The anime, however, though, I don't want to say hate, because I think that's too strong. I gave it a C, the past review for Sword Art. If you haven't seen that, check that out. But again, it's not that the anime is that horrible. It's just not good. And season 2 kind of has the same issues. Now, unlike season 1, season 2 doesn't have a continuality in terms of the parts. There's 3 parts to the series, and they all kind of differ with different kind of concepts and issues that come up in the world of Kirito and his friends. Namely, though, the first part is what is the most in terms of episodes, and that's Gun Gale Online, where Kirito is told that a player from Gun Gale Online is actually killing people in the real world by killing them in the game, similar to what was happening in Sword Art. So now, Kirito is kind of hired to investigate what happened by playing this game. Along the way, he gets a whole new character design, which, yeah, that's the worst character design change I've ever seen in animation. He meets a new character, the girl on the left, Sion, and they kind of team up together to see if they could catch the killer and find out how he's killing people in the game and how that's for some reason affecting someone in real life. It's not horrible. It has its cool action moments, but otherwise, part 1 is still just the same as SAO part 2 and the beginning, like the end part of part 1, in that it's just too kind of dumb. That's the best way I could put it. It has this dumb plot to it. It has dumb characterization. And as much as I hate to say it, the animation isn't even that great for the second part. It looks nice during some of the battles, but otherwise it's stuff I've seen before. It's not anything really that great in terms of animation style. Part 2 is more so like a side filler type thing where they deal with Kirito getting a new weapon called the Excalibur set, which that's a whole new arc in itself. It's very short. It's like, I think, 5 episodes long, not even maybe 4. And it's about the same as season 2's, season 1's part 2, in that, again, all the issues that were in the first part are gone. Death isn't a big deal. The characters talk like it is still a big deal, but it doesn't represent the same way that you watch the show and enjoy it. So that's one of the biggest issues with that. Part 3, however, is where I think season 2's saving grace comes in. Part 3 deals more with Asuna and her story arc, and more so what she's dealing with in her real life with her parents, and kind of what she's going to do in the future with her career, and etc., etc. And I'll tell you right now, part 2 is amazing in the sense that it deals with a lot of emotional breaks, almost similar to the very first part of SAO season 1. It works. It works very well. It actually has moments where you care for the characters, and you feel her issues deal almost like something that you might deal with in the real world, where Asuna is kind of being forced out of the gaming world because her parents don't think it's very healthy for her. And it's interesting because it kind of hits that note of when your parents would say, "Oh, I don't know if you should be playing games all the time." We've all been through that as gamers, or even anime fans. If you watch a lot of anime, your parents will kind of give you a little bit of like, "Well, why are you watching so much? Go outside, do this and that." And it kind of it borders the line of almost where do you grow up, when do you grow up, and do you have to? That's why I like season 2's part 3. Everything else sucks. I'm sorry to say, Sword Art Online season 2 is still more of the same as the first season. So if I had to give it a review A through F, again, I give it around a C. I'll give it a C plus just because of part 3. But otherwise, the animation's still solid. It looks phenomenal. I'm not a huge fan of the first part where the Gun Gale Online, because I think that's very generic in terms of the guns and the kind of concepts they try to go for. It's okay. It's not horrible, but it's not that great. Part 2, again, is more so the season 1's part 2, where it looks a lot better than season 1's part 2, but it's still fairies and more elfin type kind of concepts, which, hey, if you like that, go for you, but I'm not a huge fan of that in anime. Part 3 again is still again that, but it's a lot better. It deals with a lot more emotion stuff. You meet a new character who has her own issues too. You get to see more of Asuna's background and what she's kind of dealing with. But overall, again, C+. It's not horrible. It's just not that great. If you love Sword Art Online, it's more of the same. So you're in for a treat. Because again, if it's the same, hey, you'll love it more. But if you don't like Sword Art Online, there's nothing really to say that's gonna make you want to watch season 2. I watched it only because I've read the books and I am a fan of the books, and I want to see how they translate to the animation. But I was a little disappointed here and there. But it could have been worse. I could have ended up giving it like a C- or something. So I feel it's okay. It did its job. Anyways, guys, that's it for this review. For future videos, and that doesn't mean that I think it's past 32 because I've already done a backlog of 32 videos. This is actually me redoing one of my other things. And I just lost my screen. Anyways, I'll keep talking though. For my next videos after 32, I'm gonna change the name I'm gonna put in. I'm just gonna probably say Aaron instead of saying Blade Ninja 009. I think I kind of stutter when I say that. So, anyways, though, guys, until I pass across again in the next review, have a good one. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the blank screen that timeout, all that. But anyways, have a good one, everyone. Bye.